Okay, all kitted up with our PPE, ready to go. Just a bit of a close-up here with the light. So this is what I'm trying to fit up right now, and what I'm trying to get is the curve around this front edge to match up nicely. Up here close to the edge of the sill, it's in pretty good shape. I think I just have to bring this in a little bit more here at the bottom or top, remembering that this is upside down. Anyway, so along here, just to bring that in a bit more, trim this corner down here a little bit, right here, just a little bit sharp. I think once I get that, then I'll be able to get a better idea of how this is fitting along here. Right now, I can't really pull it in down the length of the car, so a little bit more fussing up here, I think, just to get the right shape, and then we'll be able to work our way down. I'm going to turn it off now and come back when I've got a good update. Okay, well, I'm still trying to dial in the fit on this floor pan. I think in the last little segment I was showing you this part. I'm fairly happy with that. Keeping in mind that right now it's sitting over top of some of the remaining original pan, so that curve just under here, there's metal up to about here from the old pan, so that's kind of pushing all of this out. But if you look on the inside, those edges meet very nicely, so I think when it's time to do final cuts, I'm going to be able to get a good junction along those points. Along here, again, the same sort of thing. Because there's metal underneath, it's sitting a little bit high, but once I get the whatever the final cut line is, I'm quite happy that those will fit together. One thing on this replacement pan, the edge of this pan has just the slightest little flare out this way, so I'll probably straighten that so that we can get a better seam along there. It's all the way along the edge, so it's probably some sort of artifact of the way these were pressed. Now, down here at the back, I've been working at trying to get this to line up a little bit better. One of the things is, as I took the original floor out, along here there was the remnants of the floor pan, So there was actually 3 layers of metal here: the outer sill, the inner sill, and the floor pan flange, because I had cut along the bottom here. That was interfering with the way I was trying to get this set up, so I ended up drilling out the spot welds from about here to about here, where there was a little scrap of metal left, so that I can pull in tighter now, so I'm happier with that. Now the final little bit for fitting here is going to be at the back. I don't know if you remember, I had mentioned that there's this transverse piece here. One of the things that it has is, I think you can see it, it's got these little bumps. So what I'm going to have to do is to replicate those in the replacement floor pan. So I've done a little bit of carving on a block of wood. I'm going to go and pound these into the right shape at the right locations. I think I'm just about ready to do that, and then do another test fit. All right, we'll be back in a couple of minutes, I hope. All right, so I mentioned those bumps at the back end of the floor pan. So what I've done is I've created a wooden buck, and I'm going to try and use the air chisel to form that. See how that works. Hopefully I don't ruin the floor pan, but here goes nothing. Well, I think that's what is referred to in the business as a qualified success. The bump out is in the right location. So, look under there. That's where it should be. Problem is that it looks like I hammered a bit too hard. So I had some blow through in the middle there. I guess that can be patched. So when I do the other one, I'll just have to make sure I'm a little bit less aggressive with the hammer. Take it a little bit more slowly. Alright, so I've done the second bump. As I said a moment ago, I think it can be considered a qualified success at best. I think I'm going to go ahead with this, though, for the moment. The next one, though, if this doesn't work well, once I get this edge cut and get it closer to the proper fit point, if this section isn't working, I think what I'll do is I'll cut the strip off of the old floor pan that has these already pressed into it, I should be able to get a couple of inches of good metal out of the back of the floor pan so that I can retrieve these, and then just tack that along here. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing on the other side when I get around to it. Anyway, so I think I'm ready to scribe the line around here and cut that. So what I'll do is I'll relieve these here so that this can sit down at its actual resting point down here. Let's see if I can take this off so we can demonstrate that. So this will sit down about like that. That'll give me a place to scribe a line that's going to be hopefully very close. Again, I'll leave it a bit fat and then grind down to where I need it to be. So, getting closer. I gotta hope the cut lines are in the right spot, but go big or go home. That up a little bit and then do a test fit. Okay, it's about 2:30 or so, but I have to wrap up early today. Driving up to Ottawa to see my son and daughter-in-law and granddaughters. So, quick look at this. I've trimmed away close to the final cut. It's pretty good here. There seems to be a little bit of extra space there. Let's see see the light going back and forth there. But not too bad. I think I'll be able to pull that in tight along there. Along this seam looks pretty good. Camera closer to that. Again, I'll have to pull those surfaces together and then check across this way to see that we're getting the floor pans level with the original height. That might be a little bit big a gap there, but again, it will depend on when I get the proper height dialed in. Yeah, too big a gap there, but I think I can weld in a patch. And a little bit of fiddling and fettling to do in that corner, but getting closer. So no welding today, but maybe when I get back. All right, that's it for today. We'll see you when I get back. Hey, it's Thursday, the 26th of April. Just about the end of the day. My wife just called me to say supper's ready. So what I haven't done today is take many pictures. What I have been able to do in the last 2 or 3 hours that I've been out here is to get closer to getting this ready to tack in place. That seam along there, not too bad. I think with getting the clamps to hold the seams in place, a little bit of judicious application of a hammer to shape things a little bit, I might be able to tack that. But I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm going to do it tomorrow when I'm hopefully a bit fresher. So that's it. Just a very short update. See you later. Good morning. It's Friday, 27th of April. Yeah. So for better or for worse, I am ready to start tacking this floor pan in place. So yeah, that being said, here goes. for a closer look. There are others who do it much better than I, but as a first, I'm not too unhappy with that. There's a couple of spots where the weld didn't really come through very well, up near the front there, but towards the back it seems to be not bad, and hopefully with a bit more practice. Okay. For these ones at the front, I think I'm going to have to either tackle them from the inside or move the tub a bit. So anyway, I'm going to turn this off for now because this is getting a little long.